Regular verbs. To like, to want, to need, to walk, to wash, to play, to love, to close, to open, to agree, to fold, to dance, to skate, to laugh, to smile, to grin, to paint, to bake, to can, to rest, to ask, to answer, to finish, to drop, to shiver, to place, to pour, to spill, to wander, to gather, to pick, to float, to present, to prefer, to desire, to bark, to scratch, to start, to stop, to pull, to push, to live, to die, to celebrate, to surprise, to remember, to happen, to prepare, to step, to taste, to touch, to smell, to hear, to wish, to astonish, to reply, to sneeze, to cough, to choke, to call, to stay, to search, to work, to hope, to wait, to look for, to watch, to talk, to chat, to sob, to lament, to dream, to rob, to cook, to handle, to frighten, to scare, to whistle, to lick, to remain, to growl, to moan, to long for, to lie, to chatter, to crawl, to skip, to hop, to settle, to fetch, to clutch, to seize, to poke, to spot, to hiss, to study, to learn, to cheat, to deceive, to knit, to plant, to pray, to serve, to arrive, to sow, to earn, to waste, to drown, to kiss, to kill, to murder, to race, to tidy, to auction, to roll, to climb, to knock, to saw, to loaf, to rub, to dry, to fear, to discover, to bless, to mix, to patch, to wipe, to care, to move, to praise, to massage, to oblige, to mow, to plow, to sigh, to pay, to carry, to satisfy, to pity, to burn, to spoil, to spread, to appear, to approach, to refer, to beg, to soak, to suggest, to suffer, to seem, to travel, to trim, to decorate, to name, to invade, to use, to bury, to follow, to inquire, to conserve, to preserve, to cause, to please, to chew, to crash, to crack, to cross, to flood, to flirt, to tire, to twist, to weave, to weigh, to wrap, to cry, to bleach, to promise, to repair, to manage, to turn, to fill, to lift, to dive, to fit, to fix, to guide, to fast, to hurry, to increase, to fail, to force, to joke, to jump, to borrow, to boil, to listen, to obtain, to paste, to pile, to rush, to sample, to rinse, to review, to retire, to restore, to lack, to level, to march, to mark, to match, to mind, to pack, to park, to plug, to quarrel, to doubt, to join, to return, to save, to shout, to scream, to stretch, to threaten, to trust, to confide, to type, to vote, to whip, to blend, to flatter, to whisper, to mend, to listen, to recite,